Grumpy Cat. So I accidentally taped Grumpy Cat to Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. So now just Eternal Sunshine and Grumpy Cat are one for all of eternity. It's Eternal Sunshine of the Grumpy Cat. Hello, my name is Hannah Elizabeth, and I'm known by many names on the internet. But for now, let's just go with Hannah Elizabeth. I'm that girl from Apples Over Oranges. This is what is going to be called an apple slice. It's going to be a vlog following every episode of Apples Over Oranges. There's going to be a vlog for me called Apple Slice, and then the other one is going to be an orange slice from the guest, because consistent branding for the win! Yay! Just basically telling you what it was like to make the episode, what the person was like to work with, because, you know, we gotta keep them on their best behavior by basically telling them I'm gonna tattletale all of your attitude if you don't know. So, how I got John Brody involved. This whole project, its very beginning was like 2 years ago, but I was finally able to actually legit get it started a few months ago. I did like this talent search on YouTube. I just basically looked for recent vloggers, like users that I knew were active. I just like contacted people that I thought were pretty cool, and I was like, hey, this is the project that I have going on. I would love to have you involved, just let me know. And every person that I talked to got super excited at the thought of the project, and they just like, they wanted to be on board right away. So I thought that I was all set there, and I was like, okay, I'll contact you when the time comes to like start working on the first episode. Well, as like it came to about a month before I was supposed to start writing the script for the first episode, and I needed a vlogger, so I started contacting all of the new vloggers that I'd gotten to know. I think the love child of a June bug and a moth just flew out of the vent. Everyone had either completely burnt out on YouTube, or they had just like vanished from the face of YouTube, or, you know, it came to find out just the idea of being involved with Apples or Oranges. They wanted their name attached to the project because they know that it's a good project, but they don't actually want to work to have their name attached to it. They just wanted to find some way to kind of, you know, have their name on it. Surprise, surprise, not everybody likes working for stuff. So that left me with no vlogger. There were a couple other people that had said that they wanted to get involved, but they're already so busy with their own projects that I didn't want to bother them right now. And I kind of wanted to get things rolling with like some unknowns, some like, you know, vloggers that nobody knows that aren't really established on YouTube, because I felt like they're a bit more attainable. It might be a bit easier to like work with them if they aren't already like super busy with their own channels. But I had no vloggers, and that I had like this sinking feeling, because like I said, I've been trying to get this started for a while, and I thought that, you know, I'd finally gotten things lined up so that I could start it, and the thing getting in the way was the thing that I had been preparing for a long time, but all of my people had vanished. So I went to the Nerdfighteria page on Facebook. So I went on there and I was like, okay, I'm sorry if this is spammy, and I said, so I have this project going on, this is what it's about. All of my people that said that they would get involved have appeared to have just gone incognito. So, you know, would anybody be interested in doing this? John shot me a message, and I mean, a few people messaged me, but it was kind of the same situation where it was like a really romantic idea, and I mean like romantic as in it was a good thing, I think, for them to like daydream about being involved in, because everybody that I talked to loved the idea for the series. Everybody like liked talking about getting involved, but nobody actually wanted to like nail down a date and actually work. And John was the only one who, he contacted me. He's like, hey, I have some experience in comedy. I've done some YouTube stuff. If you want, I could be a part of it. I was like, yes! There's somebody who actually like they want to nail down a date and stuff, so cool. I was extremely pleased with his ability to get back like that. I never had to, you know, wait a few days to hear back from him. With all of my other projects, the #1 issue that I had with people and other stuff that I've worked on is just communication. Either people not being honest with each other or just not getting back about stuff. So it was like super awesome right away. And then once we actually started writing the script, I was struck by a couple more things about John Brody. One is this guy is like hilarious, and two, he is a very intelligent person. John Brody is extremely well read. What? All of their perches fell down! So we got to work on the script, started working on a Google document. Google Drive for the win! And another thing that was impressive, he just, without any pressure or instruction from me at all, he just started writing big chunks of the script. He got, like, every time I went to go check on it, like, there was just more and more stuff, and it was like really funny stuff. I love how he isn't afraid to be silly. Like if you watch his video, he has a lot of props, and I wasn't even thinking about props. I was just thinking about script, and he was just like, you know, adding more like props and descriptions and stuff to everything. And it was really, really funny. The way that he was just like allowing himself to be just totally silly and have all these crazy props kind of helped make me feel free to like kind of be ridiculous with my stuff too. It's really weird working with somebody again and having them like see your work while it's in progress. I have a really big fear of my stuff being criticized by somebody that matters to me. So like especially like anybody that I work with on a project, there's this fear that like they'll look at something that I've recorded or that I've written and that they'll be like, this kind of sucks. This is bad. But I mean, that's the awesome thing about Apples Over Oranges is that by its nature, it has to be silly and ridiculous, and there isn't really anything to criticize. You can't say that something doesn't make logical sense because Apples Over Oranges is not intended to make logical sense. And John's really awesome because it's kind of rare to find people that are like legit, just they're real and they're sincere, and there isn't like, you know, this veil or this mask that they're putting in front of you trying to impress you or seem professional. And that's something that I always respect about people when that feature is existent in them, when they're just completely upfront, just like, you know, this is who I am. From the get-go, John Brody was always just completely like real about who he is and what he's about. Oh, for episode 0.5 and now episode 1, I have had to pause it like every 10 seconds and just put my head in my hands and just think, what am I doing? This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever watched with my face in it. It was like this like absurd, satisfying brand of cringe because like I had finally let loose and just been ridiculous instead of like fighting so hard all the time with the stuff that I make when it comes to videos, trying to make it like relatable and sincere, trying to say something. This is finally something where I'm not trying to say anything. I'm gonna go ahead and try to wrap this up. John Brody is awesome. Definitely check out check out Bored. Dang it, Hannah! Dang it! Yeah. For the next video, there's gonna be this fella named Mark Rooney, known as Life of Mark, on the YouTubes, which I'll link to his stuff somewhere about here. For everyone who has been watching and commenting, I've been very surprised, pleasantly surprised. Everybody that's been getting in touch and that has been enjoying it so far. And I have to say, it's weird. It's weird that you exist, audience. It's very weird because I've never had an audience before. I've had random commenters, had trolls, I've had family members half-heartedly tell me, that's nice, dear, but I have never had an audience before. You know, let's stop using the term audience. This is a community. I want this to be a community of people that want to be silly and that just want a place to maybe laugh a little bit and be a little bit ridiculous. Let's just try to make this into a meaningful, awesome thing, and let's try to have fun. So that's that. Whatever day it is when you're seeing this, I hope you're having a good one, and I will see you the next time I do video stuff.